All right, so I got a Monate BB cream that I'm going to try with my 3D foundation today. But this will be a good thing to get your SPF, get a little coverage, so you end up using less makeup, or on days that you don't want to wear makeup, but you want a little coverage. This is supposed to help with that, so I'm trying to open it. There's some days I don't feel like wearing anything, but I do want my SPF and a little coverage on my redness or like dark circles and stuff. So I'm hoping this will be a good thing for that. So it's the Monate BB cream with SPF 40. And I got it in the shade Sand. So we will try it. Feels good. We'll do it side by side. I just really wanted a good SPF that had a little bit of coverage. I have a really good SPF by itself, but I wanted one that also had a little coverage, so I have my options because I use the other one to the pool a lot or for the kids. If you want that link, I'll send that to you. It's a really good one. This is pretty good. So BB cream, it's not like covers everything, but I feel like it covers a decent amount.
Can you do this? Not undo it.
I like it. So again, this is a BB cream, so it's not going to be full coverage at all, but it gives you a little bit of coverage and SPF protection, which everyone needs. If you don't wear SPF, you really, really need to start, especially when you're driving in your car. The reflective sun that comes down, I'm already starting to get a little pigment right there because of that. So it's really good to try to be preventative with stuff like that. But I'm gonna see how this wears under my makeup. So far I like how it feels. So it just kind of takes away that redness, gives a little bit of coverage. But like if you had freckles or anything like that, those could still peek through and still look beautiful. You could add just a little bronzer. That could work. So this is Sand. Real quick, I'm going to add a little bit of contour. Following that cheekbone. I love the way the brushes apply it because it just kind of diffuses it out as you go without using too much. You just tap it in and blend it out. Cheekbone kind of blend upwards. Like that, and then along that jawline. My zipper. Do a slight nose contour. I always bring it up here, whether it's with my contour or bronzer or both. It just adds a little definition in there. I'm just going to add a little bit of my main highlight. And I'm just tapping in once or twice because I already have a little bit of the coverage from the BB. But so far, so good. I really have to fix my lashes. Don't judge me on those. They need to come off, get soaked, and reapplied. But they're hanging on by threads, and I just don't have time this morning to do it before we have to go. So a few of my favorite brushes: detail brush to apply contour. I love the 3D, the kind of kabuki side of it, to press on my main highlight. I think it goes on so smooth. This inner corner one, great for brightener. So if you have a couple of the brushes, you can kind of intermix them. And then I love the blush bronzer brush for blending everything and putting my bronzer on. Excuse me. Bronzer. This brush applies it so nicely, and it helps blend out any harsh lines you might have. Kind of feathers things out, blends them to perfection. A lot of my application is just kind of pressing and pouncing on like this, which I think is pretty easy to do. I'm just gonna put a little bit more of my darker highlight right there, just to try to counteract that pigment. I'm gonna go into Hollywood, which from what I've seen, I have not personally used this color before, but from what I've seen, if you like the NARS Orgasm blush, it's a dupe for that. But it's a cream. I think there's our powder. Like I said, I've never used NARS before, but from what I've seen, like side by sides and also on people, it's a pretty close dupe. So if you like that color, Hollywood is such a pretty color that you can put into your collection. Then I'm gonna take my cream illuminator, which is also my perfume. It smells incredible. I'm just kind of put that on the high points of my cheeks. Like that. Tip of my nose. And I kind of brush the rest down. Then I'm going to do my brows real quick, just with what I have in here, which is Arabian Nights. Put some suede lip liner. Bit of a wallflower. And then a little bit of Summer Love.